Dio in Stardust Crusaders was a very puzzling villain when first approaching on the surface. Reading more into it, you realize there's reasons on why he lost, and he's not the same Dio we know from Phantom Blood. That's why in this video I want to go over Dio's potential due to the comments I got about Dio, so let's get on into this. Now on Dio's loss in part 3, this was one of the outcomes I couldn't really get behind because it was a plot device that had saved Jotaro. A lot didn't make sense when going over it, and I had even gone over some of it in my solving plot holes video. The only thing I could think of was Dio went for the wrong Joestar, because Joseph and his Hamon blood not being enough because it added on more factors that would end up stunting Dio's control of his body. I believe if he got Jotaro's blood or consumed a lot of people before the Stardust Crusaders even got into Egypt, then he would probably be fine, but that's not the case though, and we got incomplete Dio. But what is complete Dio like? See, Dio was already a threat when he was incomplete. Dio being complete multiplies that threat level. The ability to stop time is a very strong one, but when you have what Dio has, then it's different. There's not much information on time stop, but you can make pretty easy assumptions when it comes to the only 2 users. The stronger and more complete Dio became, the longer the length of his time stop became. He also originally trained the world to see how long he'd be able to stop time for. After enough time, his ability went up by seconds. Focusing on when I said after enough time though. The first time Dio stopped time was 6 months before the Dio's World arc, and I'm going to be quoting Dio on what he said word for word. Now, I can stop time for 5 seconds, and day by day, the time grows longer. So it's easy to understand what conditions that Dio needs to meet to be at his fullest with his time stop, but how his training works is iffy. But what happens when you get Dio at his fullest on all points? Well, imagine part 1 Dio, and you give him the ability to stop time for like about 20 seconds. The time could be even longer than that, but I'm going to undercut him by only having 20. Now, part 1 Dio was already terrifying, and it seemed that there was nothing really to defeat him. The only answer to a vampire would still only be Hamon, since they can rebuild themselves from almost anything in the JoJo-verse. With Dio being a full vampire, he would have access to the original abilities like the Space Ripper Stingy Eyes, or his freezing technique where he would freeze his own body parts to freeze others and removes his vapors and all that. Dio with his full control of his body and the world is a gigantic threat that no one really wants to think about. Now, if you want to ask me, does Dio match up to Ultimate Cars in that case? No. But he might do some work to regular cars. I also got another question a couple of times. What if Dio won in part 3, which means that he has a chance to be full since he won? If you guys didn't know, this scenario has been fully shown to us. Matter of fact, you could see it with your own eyes. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Eyes of Heaven. With Eyes of Heaven, you get the whole is it even canon argument. See, Eyes of Heaven is as canon to the main timeline of JoJo as any alternate DC universe is canon to the main one, which means it's real and exists in the multiverse, but it doesn't matter to the main timeline since we aren't really affected by it. So, Dio had won and continued to win for who knows how long, but in the end, he lost for no reason. That's my logic with this, because the Heaven plan was a long and difficult one to figure out and achieve, and then Jotaro comes out of nowhere with his Heaven ability, and then everyone just has to accept it. Maybe there's more things going into it. Maybe the universe that they were in, Heaven could be achieved through literally nothing. But in the end of it all, Dio was indeed a threat. He was the biggest threat to JoJo and the strongest plot pusher there ever was, but no matter what Dio does, he's always fated to lose. So imagine being born to fail. That's the case you'll always get with Dio. So I hope this clears anything with Stardust Crusaders Dio. If there's anything you guys want to know or want me to cover, comment below. If there's anything else you guys wanted to know about Dio, then I don't know. I swear I'm not actually about to open a different channel just where I just play games, listen to read comments and all that for stuff like this. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, subscribe to be notified for any future uploads. But I'll see you guys in the next one. The next video, I don't know, that might be either the Kakyoin character analysis or something else. It's probably maybe the JoJo part 3 timeline. I don't know. If you guys want it, then yeah, sure. If there's any questions on why Kakyoin won over Bruno, you don't realize how much like Kakyoin votes there were. It's actually ridiculous aside from that one poll. But again, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much. Love you all. All of you people, beautiful. Until then, peace out and Godspeed.